screen. Hey, family, how are we doing? How are we do? How are y'all doing? I hope great. Missed you all. Let me just make sure my notes are here. Child, wait a minute. If y'all only knew, like my morning did not just start. I've been working for a while now. Mama is a one-woman show. A one-woman show. I just have to make sure something is completed before. Okay. How are you guys? How are you guys? What are we drinking today? Today we are drinking a pumpkin spice smoothie. Not pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie smoothie. Shout out to my pumpkin spice hoes. We here, we exist, we live, we are awesome and all that, and we love this season. So this is pumpkin that I roasted, and I roasted it in like some seasoning, I roasted in like cinnamon, allspice, and what else? Cloves. I have to get some ginger though. I'm missing out on ginger. That's it, right? Ginger and nutmeg. I have to get ginger and nutmeg. It's still good, but I think it'll be even better with ginger and nutmeg. But it's pumpkin, roasted pumpkin, allspice, cloves, cinnamon, bananas, and almond milk. It's so good. It's so good. Hey, pumpkin spice house! What's up? Yes, we here. Natalie said, welcome back to class, y'all. Thank you for these colorism lessons. Oh, it's been eye-opening. I appreciate you. I hate to say it, but class is not... we're not done. We're not done because we're definitely going to talk about colorism on this live as well. Why can't these reality shows just be fun? Just give us fun. Why do y'all have to do this? Like, so many of us love and enjoy this show. Why do y'all have to do this and ruin it? Ruin it. Like, you ruin it for everybody. What's up, JG? JG said, I have a feeling y'all gonna be mad at my opinion on this episode because honestly, Wendy is so rehearsed and trying so hard to seem unbothered. It's tired at the moment. Is that what you meant? I don't know what ATP means. Is that Gen Z talk? You know what? I will have to agree, right? Wendy's, but the thing is, I don't think that Wendy is doing it to a fault, right? I think Wendy is trying her best not to engage with Gizelle and Robyn because of what they're trying to do concerning her marriage. And I think for a lot of times, although things don't bother you, we all do it. We all like, oh, girl, whatever. And some stuff you just have to move on from, because if you give it any power, you'll crumble under it because it actually hurts you. And I think that's what she's doing because Gizelle and Robyn are trying so hard. Think about it. You have two people who are pushing a narrative about your marriage to millions of people. And when you don't engage, it cannot get any legs, right? It doesn't mean that it doesn't bother you, but you know that you cannot show that person that they got you because they'll stay there. So I think she is rehearsed. I think she is doing her best to act unbothered, because I do think that basically Robyn and Gizelle trying to say that her husband is not only cheating on her, but has a baby, bothers her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it bothers her. But, you know, I think she's trying to take a different route concerning how she will react to it. Because she could take Candiace's route and it won't work well for her. Not in this fan base. So what is a woman supposed to do? You know? Hey, D. Nicole. Hey, say I almost got too caught up working, but I'm here. Me too. Me too. Like, literally have so much stuff going on right now. And then when I'm done with these lives, I have to pack. Finish packing because I'm off to Atlanta. Not permanently. Even when I do actually move, it's going to be part-time. But, you know, this is house hunting has finally started. We're finally, you know, getting on to the move there. So And my second channel, which I will debut this Friday, I'm going to take you guys all along on that journey. So you'll see me house hunting and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I'm vlogging on that channel. I'm doing a lot. I just haven't, it's up, but I haven't released it to you guys yet, just because I want to make sure, the content is consistent. I don't want to throw out one video and then there's nothing up there. So there's a lot of editing that has to go into it. So by the time I release it, I should have like 3 full episodes up on that channel. But yeah, things are happening. Things are happening and it's great. But LA, I'll still be here. I'll still be here, LA, but LA will just be work, which is what it's always been. But it's like when you work and live in the space that you work in, it takes a toll on you. So it's going to be nice to get away. Nice to get away. But yeah, my day is full. Full. Hey, so Seth said, Robyn is highly pissed, honey, because the opposite of love is indifference. Ooh, and it's really bothering Robyn. Is that what it is? Because I'm like, why are you so bothered by Wendy? Like, you guys were not besties. So I don't understand. I don't understand what Gizelle and Robyn's issue is with Wendy. It's like, you guys weren't friends. So why are you all so bothered? Weird. Hey, Cameron. Cameron said, hey, Nikki, did I see that? They did. They did. And I went to the candle sale. Where's my candle? Oh. Why did you get me started? Okay, where is she? There she is. There she is. Baby! I went to that sale and lost my damn mind. I went to that sale and I lost my damn mind. I got this candle. I got 2 eucalyptus mints. Why did y'all know how I am about Bath and Body Works? Why I do this? I got 2 eucalyptus mint candles. The best. These are my spa bathroom candles. Hello. Hello. It's like I'm at Rescue Spa. And then I got 2 champagne toast candles. I don't know, it's over there. But I got 2 of those. Buy 2, get 2. And then I got one of these. One of these, which is holiday. Wait, no. No, I got 2 eucalyptus mint candles and I got 1 champagne toast, and then I got this. Holiday, Bath and Body Works holiday. It smells like a holiday. Like it's giving Santa's workshop, but like the reception area. I love it. It's so good. This is my Christmas candle. I'm actually going to wait for the December. Why did y'all do this to me? I'm actually going to wait for the December 3rd sale. That's where I'm getting everything. Everything. That's when I'm getting all of that stuff. But I also got this, and then we'll get started. Shout out to the new people. Welcome to a NikkiStar. Oh, wait. Will you hold on? I got to set the mood. There we go. And I also got this. Oh, no, that messed. Oh, no. I was trying to set the mood, but that ain't work. We got to get some light to this. Hold on. I was hoping it would get pitch black, but I guess when it's in 720, it don't look the best. I also got this. Hopefully you can see it. Look! Look at her. This is Cornisha. This is my squirrel pedestal candle holder. This is Cornisha. She's so pretty. She looks better in the dark, but they won't let me be great. StreamYard won't let me be great in the dark. But this is Cornisha. That's what I got at the sale. And they actually held this for me. They actually held this for me because I called and I was like, do you have it? They said, yes. I said, I'll be there. I will be there. Put it on hold for Nikki. And I got there and I got Cornisha. Merry Christmas. Oh, I am turning into my grandmother. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. She was an amazing woman. I'm okay with it. But yeah, that's the start. That's the start of my holiday candles. Let's move on. Yes, I don't know if it ended yesterday, but there was a buy two candles, get two candles free. And I got two eucalyptus mints and I got the holiday one and champagne toast. Thank you. My sister was like, "What is that demonic bunny you brought in here?" I said, "It is a squirrel. How dare you?" She hates it. She hates it. Because I keep it in the living room because I'm starting to put my holiday decorations up there. And she's like, "Absolutely not. Do not put that in the living room." It doesn't, you don't look like a demonic bunny, Cornisha. Does this give demonic bunny? Absolutely. No, look at this. She's so pretty. I'm the kind of adult who, when I wanted things as a kid, I said, I'm going to get it. And I meant it. I meant it. I meant it. The December 3rd sale is, sorry, turns into a Bath and Body Works commercial. The December 3rd sale, I believe, is where all the candles are like $10. Like the 3-wick candles are $10. I don't get the smaller wicks, but 3-wick candles are like $10. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Tiffany Richards said, buy two, get two, and it's Sunday night. I go back to working at Bath and Body Works in 2 weeks. It's going to be a madhouse. Tiffany, we need an end. We need an end. The Star family needs an end. Let us know. Oh no! Oh no! Lies, Cornisha. They're lying. They're just joking, baby. You don't look demonic at all. Oh, my little sister's like, do not keep that in here. She hates it. Anyway, let's get into this review. Oh, Mr. G was on one this episode. He was a menace. He cannot drink. And I think, Mia, moving forward, if you're going to bring your husband around this group, just know he is a Black man. So things that would not stick to Ashley's husband is going to stick to your husband. So I highly suggest that you let him know that when he comes around, he cannot be doing that drinking. This is your first season. You will live and you will learn. But the second season for you, if you won't bring him around, he has to remain sober. He cannot do that drinking because, baby, even though the fan base sees Michael for what he is, Mr. G is not going to get the same grace. Reel him in. He was a menace. And you laughed at a lot of stuff that he did. That was not funny. A lot of comments that he made to women, it was just like, that might be okay if he's saying it to you because that's your husband and that's your marriage and that's what you allow, but you should not be allowing your husband to speak to other women that way. He was out of control, to the point where it stopped being funny and started to get a little scary. Ashley, I couldn't believe she did this. The balls that you have, the balls. See, this is what happens when you're never held accountable. When you are never held accountable, you have this delusion of this world that exists where everybody is wrong but you. Because when she made that comment comparing Michael to Mr. G, I was just like, was Mr. G inappropriate? Absolutely. Gordon, the things he was saying, yes, right? Your husband sexually assaulted 2 cameramen that we were made aware of. We don't know all of the other people that he probably sexually assaulted, but he literally sexually assaulted 2 cameramen on the show where you are employed. That is big. That's a big difference. How the hell you can compare them to, and then to make the comparison as if your husband, the sexual assaulter, is better? Absolutely delusional. You literally put your husband out there to be dragged and judged. I couldn't believe that she would even say that, knowing what he has done, knowing the accusations. It was like, it baffled me that was where she could leap to say that he was, in a sense, better than better than Mr. G and would never do the things that he has done. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, I was absolutely baffled by that. I was like, why would you bring your husband up? One, when we're not even talking about him, right? And this is not an easy comparison, but he can easily be brought up in this situation, right? But then you would bring him up to say that he's better and he acts better than Mr. Okay, girl. The fact that your husband is still on the show is baffling to me. I can't believe it. But I know if Mr. G tries that, if he pulls those stunts, he won't be on the show, and neither will Mia. But you're glad and you're lucky that your husband is white. Because that's the only reason why he's still on this show. But the fan base don't see that. They like to come for Ashley. You got a whole overseer sexual assaulter on the show, and y'all don't say nothing. Okay. Eddie has me on the floor. Um when they were in that party bus and Mr. G, who was still clearly lit from like them two shots that he had, he was I think Candiace brought up Chris's penis, Chris's brown thing. And Mr. G was like, "Oh, his penis ain't brown. It's not brown. Mine's is. Mine's is." And they was like, "Oh no, it's brown. Let us see it." So Chris stands up like he's actually going to do it. Mr. G stands up to compare the brown zig, and it looks like he's actually going to pull it out. So everybody on the bus is like, "Ah, no, stop!" Like literally grabbing his hand, stopping him from pulling out his penis. Not the over, the voiceover of Eddie, who was just like, "Man, I just want to go home. I passed out." I was like, "How do you want to go home on the trip that you were supposed to lead out?" Mr. G was too much for Eddie. He was too much for Eddie. Escala's husband the whole time was like, what is going on? Oh God. Eddie, poor Eddie. He was like, "I just want to go home, man. I don't want to do this anymore." Candiace. So when they all get off the party bus and they go back to their rooms, and I'll just say this, maybe it's because he was still a little bit lit. So good. But Candiace, I don't like that Chris doesn't protect you. I don't like it. I feel like, anything that a husband is supposed to do, protecting his wife is like one of the main things. And I just don't like how he doesn't protect you. And at least it's what I see. And that's just how I feel. Now, did he give her some sound advice? Absolutely. When he told her that Ashley went after you because she knew that she would get a reaction and you gave her that, stop giving her that reaction. I agree with that. I've said that multiple times about Candiace concerning Ashley and all of the women, right? My thing is, you always correct her. We never see you uplifting her or defending her. You're always like, whenever she is in something, you join the opposing team and get her together. It's very weird. It's just very weird. Now, when the cameras are off, you might be a different person, but I got to be honest, what we see as viewers is is what matters, right? Because you're putting this on TV and saying this is your marriage and this is how it goes. So you got to give us at least a little ounce. I'm not asking for much. An ounce of footage of you protecting your wife as a husband should. I never see it. I never see it. It's so weird. It's so uncomfortable because she gives you so much as a wife. And I'm like, what has he done to deserve you writing for him like this? Like, I agree with what he said to her. I just wish he would protect her. He never does it. And then to say to her, actually, and I know you're going to be mad at me, but actually, it actually really isn't that bad. I actually like her. What? Why is that necessary? Like, why are you saying that to your wife? Why are you saying that to your wife who has been fighting with this woman for seasons? This woman who wrote a letter to a judge to justify her being beat up by one of their coworkers. Like, why would you say that? And even if that's what you thought, why would you say that on camera? I don't know. I don't like it, sis. It does not seem like he protects you at all. Your husband's supposed to be your covering. I don't see it. I don't see it. Like when the wolves are coming at you, he joins in with the wolves or tells you to sit there and take it. Weird. Very weird. Very, very weird. I need the husband that be on Twitter cussing out everybody's mama, granddaddy, pappy, newborn baby over you to show up on this show because I don't see it. I don't see it. Very weird. Oh, let me get my charger. My phone's about to die. Oh, ooh, baby, not tonight, baby. I'm telling you, my room looked like a bomb went off. Packing up my whole life, bro. My whole life. And also, I heard that Atlanta is cold, so I gotta like bring stuff that I just don't have. Like the coldest it gets in LA is like 74 degrees. I need like a light jean jacket. That's it. My sister was like, oh no, you got to bring some stuff. It gets a little chilly here at night. We will see. But I got some cute stuff. I got some cute stuff. I can't wait. Oh my God, I'm going to be around Black people consistently. What a difference. What a difference. So Robyn and Gizelle leave in the middle of the night because they don't have a bathroom in their room. And men are using the bathroom and pissing on the toilet seats. Listen, aside from the Black Bill Gates, no other man denied pissing on the toilet seats and on the floor. Now, I'm not team Robyn or Gizelle on this situation, right? But I gotta be honest with you. If the bathroom that was, because I don't have a problem. Like if I have to share a bathroom, I'll share a bathroom. It is, you know what, I'm lying. Let me stop lying because I don't like them. On this show, like I don't know them as people. I don't know what they're like, but let me stop lying. I wouldn't want to share a bathroom. Like multiple people on a trip and I'm an adult. Yeah, I gotta be real. I gotta oh God, don't tell my mom. But I gotta be real. I would have a problem. I would probably leave and get a hold. Yeah, I would do it. I can't. I was trying to fix it. I was trying to, Wendy, I'm sorry. I would leave too, right? But the thing about it is, none of the men besides the Black Bill Gates said that they're not the ones pissing on the toilet seat and on the floor. I'm like, they pissing on the toilet seat and on the, I would have been out. I would have been out. I wouldn't even have like stayed that long. So I get it. I actually get it. But what I want to say is, I don't think that Wendy did anything wrong. Here's why. Y'all said y'all weren't coming. Y'all said that you guys were not coming. She told everybody to pick where they wanted to be. That is the room that was left because nobody wanted to be in that room. How you mad at her? You want her to kick somebody out of the room when these are the people who confirmed and said that they were coming on the trip? Like, you can't get mad at the girl, but you also don't have to stay in a situation where you feel uncomfortable. But if you feel uncomfortable and you want to leave, just go. Stop trying to make it seem like she purposefully did this or she does not care or that she didn't plan this trip out correctly. She planned it for the people who said that they were coming or the show. Why y'all mad at Wendy and not the show? They picked all of this. They picked all of this. They even picked Wendy to be the one to lead this trip out. Stop it. Y'all mad at her over a plot line that you know was crafted by the show? Get out of here. Some people, thank you so much for the super chat. Some people said he's too much of a devil's advocate. It's the white man in him. Oh. Yikes. Thank you so much, some people. Thank you. What's up, Deacon T? Deacon T said, I'm with you on Chris not protecting Candiace. Don't correct me in front of the ops. That's right. Greg Leaks would have never. Absolutely. A husband. Thank you so much, Deacon T, for the super chat. But again, I don't think that. Oh my God, is my charger not working? Apple. They're going to make me get a new phone. Is my charger not working? And it's my big butt one too. All right, we want to go back to the computer notes. Where was I at? I said Wendy did nothing wrong. I think she made necessary accommodations for the people who were supposed to come. I honestly believe, and it was confirmed in this episode, that Robyn and Gizelle just came because they knew, to be quite honest with you guys, because next week they're still going to be at this trip. Robyn and Gizelle would have been cut out of like 3 or 4 episodes. And when you're not in those episodes, you don't get paid for those episodes. I think the only reason why they came was because Ashley told them everything that was going on there. And they knew that they did not have anything more interesting than what was happening at this plantation, right? They knew that the cameras were not going to leave all the mess and the drama happening at this plantation to go look at Robyn, look at those Ross dress for less hats in a warehouse, right? And they were not going to spend any time at Gizelle's $900,000 tear down to spend time with her hobbling around that home while her kids look on and discuss. Like there was no way the show was going to leave what was happening at the plantation to go follow those two with, essentially no storyline. It just doesn't make any sense. And they've been on the show long enough to know how things work. So I think that's the only reason why they came. That's why they were so miserable when they showed up, because they did not want to be there. But they knew if they were not there, they would not have any, not that they wouldn't have any scenes, but they would not have, the check that was promised to them at the beginning of the season, because they were not in like 3 or 4 episodes. That's the only reason why they were there. That's why they complained and they were miserable the whole time and did not have a good time, because they did not want to be there. And the show didn't force them to be there. They knew their check would be cut significantly because they were not featured or even in 3 or 4 episodes. That's the only reason why they showed up. They were miserable the whole time. There was nothing that Wendy can do to fix the situation, because they were never going to be happy about being there. And then they also were not happy because they were not the main characters. Even though they showed up, they got less screen time than everybody. They got less screen time than Mr. G. And he's a whole day player, a husband that don't get paid for this show. See what I said? Never played with your check. Never played with your check. Y'all pulled that stunt trying to act like you was the show, and you realized the show was at that plantation in Virginia and nowhere around you. Play stupid games, win super prizes. I'm really messed up that my phone is not charging. What the hell is going on here? What the hell? And these freaking chargers are expensive. Oh, the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar, and the truth ain't in him. Oh God, I gotta get another charger today. God, why? Oh. Out of everything that I have to do, guys, another charger. Apple, your day is coming. Your day is coming. Your day is coming. Let's move on. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. Whew. Apple is evil, but let me stay focused. Apple is evil, but let me stay focused. Let me stay focused. So Gizelle and Robyn leave in the middle of the night. The grand dame, I love her. I love her confessionals, because when she said that Gizelle leaving in the middle of the night is tackier than the clothes she wears, my God, today, she will not get up off Gizelle's neck. She won't, because even the next morning, she was just like, maybe Gizelle will come around because she smells Wendy cooking bacon, because she only comes when food is around. She's like, all you need is food, and here comes Gizelle. Her confessionals, I don't care. The Grand Dame's confessionals is right up there with Nene for me. Those confessionals are hilarious. Man, she is leaning into this character, and I am proud of her. Gizelle, why do you want to be acknowledged by Wendy so bad if you don't like her? I don't understand. And I don't understand why Robyn is expecting some kind of loyalty and friendship to someone you weren't really that close with. Did we miss something? Did you guys get closer when the show was wrapped? Like, I'm not understanding why you are so bothered by her and your friendship not being where it was, because I didn't really, from what I saw of last season, I didn't really think y'all had a friendship like that. So I'm confused. And I'm so confused why Gizelle is so bothered by her. Like, what is it? Like, Wendy comes in, she doesn't acknowledge you. And, Gizelle is like, she came in and she did not even say anything to me. And that's okay, because I don't like you. Okay, that's why she didn't say anything to you. Like, you're expecting her to be a host to you when one, you didn't want to come on the trip. A second, you complained about everything that she's done. The lady is exhausted trying to appease you. And I have to say, she's done a bit more than I would have ever done. I would have been like, oh, I didn't know you was coming. You're not happy with the accommodations. You can leave. I would not have tried to make it comfortable for somebody who would continue to be uncomfortable no matter what I did, because that was their goal. That was their goal, to ruin the trip, make it uncomfortable because they were, not accommodated to, or the top dogs of this, scenario of everything that was happening. I would not have been as accommodating. And I think that Wendy did a lot more than we all would do if you had some pissy guests like Gizelle and Robyn. I don't understand why they're so bothered by her. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking they're bothered because Wendy is not asking for their approval to not only be on this show, but be a part of this show. I think a lot of older women on the show, not in age but in seasons of being on the show, have a problem when the new girls come in and take some kind of rank, right, and put themselves in a position that they felt like they worked seasons to get into. But it's just like, what do you expect? A lot of these women who are being auditioned for this show have watched the show. They've seen what you have done for seasons. They've seen what you have done that worked. They've seen what you have done that is not has worked. They've taken notes, and now each season they come back. They're applying things that maybe you applied in seasons 5 or 6, but they're applying them in season 1 or 2 because they learned from you and they just did it better and faster. Y'all can't get mad at these girls for studying you. You need to go back and watch older seasons and take notes. You need to watch more successful shows and take notes. Like, you need to be doing the same kind of homework. You think because you have created some sort of fan base and that you continue to be asked back on this show that you did the damn thing, but you never stop learning. You never stop growing. You never stop hustling, because there's always somebody who's watching and waiting. And all you got to do is wait, is make one mistake by sitting back and letting the network know and the production know, oh, I'm not going on this trip because I don't want to. Strike one. Strike one. Then you show up late, show up uninterested, don't really want to film anything, but it doesn't matter because you're not the focus. Strike two. Strike two. That's on you. That's on you. I think that's what they're mad about. They're not the main characters anymore. And these, because right now they don't have a problem with the scholar. Season 2, when she becomes a full, what do they hold again? Brick. Do they hold a brick? When she becomes a full brick holder, they're going to have a problem with her then. Because she studied as well. Can't get mad. Don't get mad at the new generation. Learn from them. See what they're doing, so you can do it better. Since you got more wisdom and knowledge of the position, don't hate the player, hate the game. So the next scene, they're on this boat, and I don't know why they did this boat. Why would y'all put the cast on the boat if everybody's hungover? Like, this whole scene they could have kept. I think the best thing that came out. What the hell are they doing out there? The first floor, the worst floor to live on. I'm never doing this again. Anyway, I think the best thing that came out of this boat scene was Candiace and Mia making up. Because when we get on the boat, everybody's hungover. Candiace and Chris are miserable. Chris slept this entire boat scene. He slept the entire boat scene. Candiace woke up once to give her man some Dramamine and to apologize to Mia. But other than that, you didn't really get a lot of her either, because she was hungover and miserable on this boat. It was like, I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, if you work in production and you see that the whole cast is still very much drunk, why do a boat scene and try to get actual content from these people if you know that they're in the worst situation? Like, put them on solid land and let's see what we get. Mia, I think a bone carrier is a great what's that? I just got a notification about a new show on Netflix. Okay. Speaking of shows on Netflix, Squid Game. I finally finished it. impeccable writing. Mia is a bone carrier. Great character to be. I suggested that for that character for her from the beginning when she joined the cast. However, if you're going to be a bone carrier, you have to have some correct tea. You have to have some correct tea. Your tea has not been correct for forever. Ever. Any tea that you bring back, it is not correct. It's like, what are you hearing? Or are you doing this? Are you being intentional about not hearing the right information? It's like that's your thing because, oh goodness, Tracy, I can't check Instagram. My phone is dead. I can't check Instagram. Did I miss something? Did I miss a super chat, Tracy? Let me get this one. Tracy, thank you for the super chat. Tracy said, Gizelle said Wendy and Karen could cop a squat near a tree. I'm not mad at Wendy. That was Karma getting the green eye bandits together like the video. Ooh, thank you so much, Tracy. I'm so sorry. My phone is dead. I think I got to get a new charger. Like right now. I think after I do my 90-day fiance live, I gotta go to Apple and give them demons what they want. They have, I'm telling you, they have the industry that I work in a headlock. That's the only reason why I'm an Apple hoe, because I'm forced to be. Forced into hoeing for Apple. Hey, Tracy, thank you again for the super chat. I can't check Instagram. The phone is dead. I'm sorry. Like up the live, family. Like up the live. But I don't know if Mia is carrying the incorrect tea on purpose or if she just has a problem hearing and interpreting what she just heard. Because how do you get it wrong? So wrong every time. Because Robyn, again, is talking to a scholar about Wendy and how Wendy, is just not the person that she was. And they were really close at one point. And then Mia is down there acting like she's getting, food from the charcuterie board that they had down there. She goes upstairs and reports it back, and it's all wrong. Robyn comes up, and Wendy's just like, well, I heard that you said X, Y, and Z. And Robyn was like, what? I didn't say that. And Mia was like, oh, you didn't? That's what I heard. But let me apologize. That's how she gets out of stuff. Because Mia apologizes right away with everybody else but Candiace. But that's how she gets out of stuff. She's just like, you know what? I'm sorry. My bad. I was wrong. Before you can even get mad at her, she apologizes. So you just got to move on with messy Mia. My God, today, it's a great character for her, but you just got to be accurate about the bones you're carrying. You carry the right bones, but to the wrong party. Girl, get it together. Hey, Shonda, thank you for us. Oh, thank you, Shonda. Oh, thank you so much. Shonda said I sent you a Cash App for a charger. Thank you. That's charger number 3. And guys, I'm not doing anything. I take out the cord. Like when I travel, I wrap it up correctly. I take it out from the big butt. I store it and I have charger packaging that I put it in. Like I'm doing the correct thing. I never move it around. When I charge my phone, I charge it in my bedroom. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. It's the Apple product itself. Don't let my Android friends see this live. Ciao. Thank you so much, Shonda. Thank you so much. But anyway, Robyn and Wendy just don't resolve anything. And then Wendy, tries to, when Wendy is talking back and forth with Robyn, it just is for the both of them. They're not going to get anywhere. At this point, they just don't like each other. So they're not going to get a resolution. Then Wendy tried to talk to Gizelle, and she's just like, I know you think that I was being mean to you, but I felt like I tried, and I'm just done. I tried. You just still, are not happy with anything that I've done. And Gizelle says, oh, I'm done. I can't talk to you. You're aggressive. You're combative. You see, guys? Now let's lean into colorism. You see? Do you see? And it's just Robyn, Ashley, and Gizelle. And they only say it to the darker castmates on this show because they know the privilege that they hold in this community. I do not believe for one second that Gizelle, Robyn, and Ashley don't know or oblivious to when they call Wendy or Candiace angry, aggressive, combative. There is no way that they have no idea what they're doing. I don't believe it for 1 second. And they can sit up on there and watch what happens live and be like, oh no, I just said it because she is aggressive. It has nothing to do with her being black or darker. BS. Why is it BS? Because if you can see it happening to Garcelle on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills when Dorit called her a bully, the way y'all lost it, the way, myself included, I ain't even gonna put it on y'all. But like, let's be real, we saw it clear as day. But I just feel like the issue of colorism is that, especially when it's coming from um, when the oppression is coming from lighter blacks, I think within my community, lighter skinned blacks, within my community, it's like that black lineage that they have has us in such a chokehold that we can't believe that they are using the same tools of white supremacy that are used against us outside of the community. For some reason, it's just like, oh no, they're black. They wouldn't do that to me. Why wouldn't they? Harriet Tubman ain't carry a shotgun just for the whites. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, it baffles me that nobody can see it. But if Robyn, Gizelle, and Ashley, if they were white women, especially, we'll just stick with Gizelle. And that scene where Gizelle said, no, I don't want to talk to her because every time I talk to her, she's aggressive. She's combative. No, Wendy is just an angry person. If Gizelle was white, she would no longer be on that show. The way y'all would have called up Bravo, Andy would have had to acknowledge it on Watch What Happens Live. There's no way she could keep her brick on this show if she was a white woman talking like that to a black woman. But because she is a black woman who is, has a lighter complexion, somebody who was favored and protected within the black community, y'all just can't see it. And I'm not saying to the people who can, I'm saying to the people who are just like, oh, I don't see it. I'm as dark as night and I don't see the colorism. You need help. You need help. You need therapy because you are denying the colorism that you see and experience because for some reason you want the lighter folks to like you, but you will be able to see it if it was a black person at your job who was sucking up to the white boss and being like, I don't think she's being racist. I don't see it as all because you see that black person accepting that abuse, accepting that ignorance, accepting those microaggressions because they want to get ahead. Meanwhile, you're doing the same thing in your own community. You're seeing the microaggressions. You're seeing the comments that are being made about you. You're seeing the treatment that you receive from lighter individuals in the community. But you'll say, oh, no, I don't see it. I don't think it's that because you want their approval. You want their approval and you want their acceptance because you see how they're treated in the community and you want that same treatment. And if you can't get it because you're as dark as night, you will align yourself with it and let them know that you are safe so that they won't come after you and they won't mistreat you. You can see it when non-black people of color do it, but you can't see it in your own community. Let's wake up. Let's wake up. Gizelle knew exactly what she was saying about Wendy. Combative, aggressive, angry. Where did we not do a stuff cut out? Because I don't see where Wendy has been combative, aggressive, angry with her, even when I felt like she should have been. When they had that whole conversation about, Gizelle bringing up the storyline. About the storyline about Eddie cheating and having a baby. I felt like she could have been a lot more angry. I felt like she wasn't aggressive at all. She needed to be aggressive at some point with this broad who was literally trying to destroy her marriage for a plot line because she has none. But to describe Wendy as angry, aggressive, and combative, she knows what she's doing because she knows that she is somebody who the white people will listen to, the non-black people of color will listen to because of the lightness and the fairness of her skin. Because when you, especially to the white community, when you have these lighter features, it makes them believe that you are a part of them so they can trust you. right? And she also knows that my community will look to her as some kind of god because of white supremacy and because she has the features that will not only keep her safe, the features, the skin tone, the light eyes, that will not only keep her safe when she's in and outside of the community, but will give her certain privileges. Because there's no way that you can look at Wendy or be and see what we've saw from Wendy and say that she is combative and aggressive and angry. Where? But she knows that she'll say that and people will listen to her because of how she looks. Colorism. And they know how to work it. They know how to work it because especially this season, they'll probably be asked about it at the reunion. Gizelle will be like, "We're all black women. What are you talking about? Y'all do that. Y'all do that. Oh, of what? We're all black. I think I'm just as dark as Wendy." There you go. There you go with that foolishness. When I'm in the sun, I get like the same color as Wendy, but it doesn't even matter because we're all black women. We all go through the same thing. Stop lying. No, we don't. No, we don't. And it bothers me because not only do I experience it, still do. In my family, outside of my family, it still happens. I'm tired. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. And I'm watching cast members on this show, dark skinned, deeper melanin fans of the show be gaslit by an entire fan base and by the actors on this show. And I just can't. I can't be quiet about it. Because I was just like, oh, you're so lucky you got that black lineage, Robyn. You're so lucky you have that black lineage, Gizelle. Because if you were as white as Dorit, or as white as Dorit claims, you would have been dragged to the point where you would have to cut off your comments on Instagram like Dorit and Rinna. But no, they don't have to go through that at all. How convenient. How convenient, child. I had no idea that Creoles had this much power. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. I want to also clarify my statements about Mia last week, right? Because I don't want anybody to leave any of my lives, especially that last one, thinking that I'm saying that if her mother relapses, it's on her, right? Not saying that anybody said that to me. This is me and my own convictions, right? Because, I do watch this stuff back because I got to get timestamps and everything. And I just don't feel like for me that I was clear enough. What I'm saying is, Mia, I feel like, and I just got to be honest, I feel like you have used, and what you're doing on this show for this episode and last episode, I feel like from what I have seen is that you are using your mother's journey in life as a way to forge sympathy for you and not be held accountable for the things that you have done that have hurt others, right? Excuse me. And what I said last week was, and just to clarify that, was that for her to put on Candiace that her mom's going to hear the statement that she's low budget and relapse, for her to make that statement that will be Candiace's issue and put that on her. What I am saying is that before your mother gets to your mama's low budget scene or that episode, she has to get through the first, where are we at? 5 or 8 of them, where you are not only exposing her journey, things that she has never mentioned to us, the audience, and talking about her in a way that is not pleasing, and you're her seed, right? Before she even gets to your mama is low budget comment, she's going to watch all of those scenes. So to say that your mama is low budget will be a trigger for her and the cause for her to relapse. If you're going to use that argument, then you also have to hold yourself accountable for the things that you have said and exposed about your mother to millions of people. We didn't know that about your mother until you gave us that information. So you got to be really, if you don't want your parents talked about in a certain light, and I said the same thing to Candiace, don't bring them on the show, especially if they have issues, if you have issues with them, because then you open up conversations about your parents to the world. So that's what I just wanted to clarify that statement. But also this episode, one thing I will say, I love the fact that Mia and Candiace were able to bury the hatchet. I love the fact that they both apologized like adults, right? They said what, they made the statement about what they did was wrong, and both agreed to work on that and move forward. I felt like it was an adult, honest apology, and I think the both of them did very good on that. Mia went wrong for me when she again tried to make it seem like that your mama is low budget comment is going to be, difficult for her mom to digest, because you got to hold yourself accountable too, because you've said things about your mom that we don't need to know, and that I don't think she will be okay with the world knowing. Every time you're in a scene with your mother, she has to atone for how she raised you, for being sick and making wrong decisions while raising a child. Still not acknowledging that at least she's the one that stayed. You know what I mean? Like, in all of her brokenness, she still tried to be the best mom that she could be to you. But, sometimes we have sick parents. It is very unfortunate for those of us who have to deal with that. But becoming an adult and becoming a parent, you realize that you are not going to get everything right. You're going to make a lot of mistakes, and you would love to have that same grace given to you as a parent, right? And I'm not saying that, those of us who have sick parents who suffer with addiction, that it's okay to give them a pass. I'm just saying that your parent is sick. They can never be Timmy's dad. They can never be Angela's mama. They can never be Gracie's loving parents and marriage. Like, these are the cards that you were dealt with, that you were dealt in life, and it's up to you to either accept them for where they are and who they are, and mourn that idea or that want that you wanted from them, or who they were before they started to do things to numb pain or deal with the issues that they were dealing with, and they chose drugs to do it. You're going to, if you want to continue to have some sort of relationship with your parent, you're gonna have to mourn that parent that you wanted, that parent that you had, and start to try to create a life with the one that you have now. And I'm just telling you this from experience. And one of the best ways to move forward in that relationship is to, after you have sat down, cried, and acknowledge what was done, if you decide to move forward, you have to move forward. Because keep on picking up that pain from back then will keep your relationship in a standstill. So let me acknowledge, I sure did say charcuterie. I don't know how to say it. I can say charcuterie. I can't say that other word. Hey, Anika, thank you so much for the super chat. Anika said, great review. Your hair looks adorbs. Love you, fam, in Delaware. Thank you so much, Anika. Actually, I washed it. This is me drying it. It hasn't been styled yet. So when I get something together, you'll probably see that look. But I am very proud of Mia and Candiace for burying that hatchet, because, it was getting that argument, that issue with them was getting to the point where it could go real dark, and it was already getting there. So I'm glad they moved on from that and were able to get this relationship from them. Now let's move on and let's close out with Ashley and Mr. G. Now, I will say this, right? In the beginning, I was just like, Ashley's just being sensitive or just being cranky because, she was taking a nap and he was, commenting on her. But I honestly think everything that he did was lighthearted, right? I think he was just having a joke. I think he felt comfortable enough because he's been hanging with all these people to feel like he could joke around with everybody. But he decided to joke around with somebody who did not feel like joking around in that moment. So I felt like Ashley was a little bit snippy to him. And then to bring in, I'm a mother and I don't get much sleep. So when I fall asleep on the bus, I want to be left alone. I get that, right? But he was not attacking Ashley. He was not doing something that he believed would hurt. I just didn't get that he was being negative about the joking. He also said, Ashley, I thought you were asleep. I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't know that you were up. He was just, joking, right? Then my issue became with Mr. Gordon when he wouldn't let up. Like, if you see that the woman is uncomfortable, or is annoyed and doesn't feel like it, move on. How you gonna get nasty because she don't feel like being the butt of your joke? And you're getting nasty and snippy with her. And I was just like, yeah, this is not a good look, but it will make for a great beef. Because that scene from next week's episode where Ashley is just like, why were you doing that? Why were you treating me like that? Is it Alzheimer? And Mia was like, where's your husband? And Ashley was like, at home with my kids. Mia was like, are you sure? I said, wait a minute. Has Ashley met her match? Is this the beef that I may be looking forward to? I don't know. I'm confused because it looked real juicy, so I don't know. I was really liking the Mia and Candiace beef, but they buried the hatchet, so I think I may be here for the Mia and Ashley beef. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it looks promising. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. What did you guys think of this episode? Let's get into it. I said shark coochie. Because I'm honestly, guys, not joking. I can't say what it actually is. It's charcuterie. See what I'm saying? Charcuterie? Charcuterie? I can't say it. I'm not even going to try. I'm done. Let me get some of your older comments. Miss Brown Sugar said, did y'all peep Ashley having a nerd to side-eye Mia for being daily news? Oh, Mia coming for her position. Listen, I'm telling you, if I was on that show, I would be looking at Mia. I would be looking at Mia too. Like, you coming in, you doing some things. Love Like You Are said, Robyn and Gizelle are victimizing themselves. I do not care. They absolutely are. And they know that they can do it. I'm telling you, there is not a light-skinned person in the Black community who does not know the power and privilege they hold. Don't let them gaslight you. Just like our whole community will not let non-Black people gaslight us about racism and oppression, don't let the lighter folks in the Black community gaslight you about colorism. That's how things go on for so long. That's how things go on for so long, because they make you think you're crazy. They make you think that you're the wrong one, and then you let stuff go. Don't let up. Fellow darkies. Don't let up. Stay on their neck. Annoy them. I don't care. I do not care. Mess up an event. Screw up a family reunion. Oh, we gonna talk about this. Don't let up. All Black Lives Matter. Even the dark ones. Moni Love said, Apple chargers are so trash. It's a scam at this point. Absolute scam. I don't do nothing with that charger. It never leaves my bedroom. And when I travel with it, I am so specific about how I wrap it. I even have, I don't know what it's called, but it's the thing you put on the end that makes sure the cord doesn't bend. Nothing happens. Love Like You Are said they want dark-skinned women to bow down to them. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Tracy said, Star Family, please like the video, subscribe, share, because you care, and hit that notification. Please hit that notification. Jay said, nah, that was after Wendy started being snippy and short. I would have called her angry and very combative too, because she is. I don't believe it. I just have to disagree. Yeah, I just don't see combative or angry from Wendy. I don't. Wendy was fine with Robyn and Gizelle until they brought on that rumor on this show. Now she proceeds with caution with them. Like, y'all can't tell me y'all wouldn't do the same thing. Like, if somebody comes on a huge platform and lets the whole platform know that there's a rumor out about your husband cheating on you and having a baby, you wouldn't be upset about that? You wouldn't proceed with caution with this person who you thought was your friend or that you were friendly with? Come on, guys. Exactly. Porshekula said, Wendy said the exact same thing as Gizelle. Why was Wendy considered being aggressive? Oh, we know why. Jazzy said, Black people are so quick to call out racism every time. Every time. But when the same language is being pointed out to darker skinned people in the community, it can never be seen. Absolutely. exactly what she was doing. It was so clear as day. It was so clear as day. And I was like, wow. Oh, that was low. That was low to M. Low to me. Dr. M said, Nikki, there is nothing wrong with Android. LOL. I have had my Android for almost 3 years now. I'm only getting a new one because the S20 has caught my eye. You know what? I don't have a problem with the Android either. Me and my friend just go back and forth about it because he's team Android and I'm team iPhone because I have to be. But you guys have great cameras. The Androids, them Galaxies, great camera for pictures and videos. Oh my goodness. I love those cameras. Love it. Love it. Soprano 2 said, if it walks like a Karen and talks like a Karen, it's a Karen. And I don't mean Hugert. Absolutely. The KKK Karens are in full effect this season. Kimberly River said it was called out on the reunion and they excused it away. Yeah. Which will probably happen this reunion as well. Gola said, Robyn putting that umbrella up to Onique, asking her, what are you going to do about it? Aggressive. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shed Pearl said Andy agrees with F comments. With all the comments they make towards Wendy and Candiace. You think so? Is it because you're watching that from Watch What Happens Live? Because I haven't watched the last one, so maybe. What do they hold? Do they hold anything? What do they hold? I Am Rachel said, why do they keep saying those trigger words when it's common knowledge? We know why they're using the trigger words when it's common knowledge that we don't use that description, those descriptions within the Black diaspora. They know I'm telling you, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They hold a champagne glass? Why? Is there a winery in Potomac? Miss Brown Sugar said if the editors were good, they would continue to show all of the clips where Robyn, Gizelle, and actually act a fool, then blame Wendy for responding. That would be dope. Hey, Greta. Greta said, and the nerve for Bravo to have the colorist Nicki Minaj to host the reunion is sickening. That was really disappointing, that stuff she did with that Jessie girl. And I say this as a former Barb. I'm sorry. I had to leave the community, Barbs. I just like, I can't do it anymore. I just can't defend her anymore. I'm tired. I'm too, at my big age, I just cannot look away. I can't. So I had to leave. I'm an ex-Barb. It's unfortunate. She still is a great lyricist. I still feel like she killed it on Monster. Props to her. God bless her and all of her success. I can no longer be a part of the community. That for me was too much. I couldn't. I said, well, this is it. This was the one thing. I've been riding and fighting for that woman for years. I'm tired. I gotta get off. This is my stop. This is my stop, Nikki. From one Nikki to another. I love you. I gotta go. This is my stop. God bless her. God bless her. Hey, Samantha. Samantha said, I wish they would stop tolerating the colorism from them. They need to lose their coins. Me too. Let me tell you something. I would never do an ensemble reality TV show. Like if I do an ensemble reality TV show, it's with my family and that's it. I'm not going to be on a show with those women that are paid to antagonize me on a daily basis. Why? I don't have a lot of nerves. I don't have a lot of nerves for people to annoy. I don't. I know who I am. I'm a Black woman from the Philadelphia inner city. I don't got a lot of patience. So I know at some point I will get out of myself and it will be a time for me to get back to Nikki, right? So I just want to stay professional and not even do it. I can never do a show like this. Never. If it's my family, it'll be a lot different, right? I will only do something like that if it's like my family is involved, that's it. But I'm not going to a job where I am paid to get into it with women every day and I can't put my hands on nobody. Listen, sometimes I'm Monique to the BS, okay? But if I put my hands on somebody, I deserve to get fired because that's in my contract. I can't be beating up people at work, right? So I get it. But I know what my limits are, and I know what I can and cannot do. That would not be a good environment for me. But if I was on that show, oh, I'd call it out. I call it out every morning, every evening, every afternoon. I'd be in there in the kitchen making breakfast, saying, "Hey, everybody, how are we doing? Karens, are you good? Any colorism today? Are we going to get that, or are you going to be nice black folks?" I will call it out. I will call it out. But I'm telling you, them KKK Karens are upset because the brown skinned baddies are becoming fan favorites and they didn't expect it. Honestly, the same thing that's happening to Garcelle on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is the same thing happening on this show to the brown skinned baddies because the light chicks can't believe it. Can't believe that these girls are the ones that everybody is talking about and everybody is going up for. They can't believe it because they think they're the show. They think they're the show. I'm telling you, Robyn and Gizelle are sick that they had to come to this plantation. They didn't want to be there. They thought if they weren't there, it wouldn't be no show. But the fact that they had to show up, or they would not be in like 4 scenes and 4 episodes, that lets them know the show is there, not with them. Sick, rattled. They are rattled, and I'm here for it. Everybody got to be humbled at some point. Hey Candiace. Candiace said, so as a light-skinned person, I can't call a dark-skinned person out as angry or aggressive if I feel like they are aggressive towards me. Absolutely, Candiace. Absolutely, because as a lighter skinned person, especially within the Black community, you hold a certain privilege, right? You hold a certain oppressive privilege over dark skinned people. Whereas if whatever you say about us, whatever you say, good or bad, it holds some sort of weight because unfortunately in my community and in this nation, we look at light skinned people, people with certain European features as if you are a blessed and protected community, right? Because of white supremacy, you hold some power. You have an allegiance and an easier way to attain whiteness than us. And that is like the powerful source here, right? So even if you say that if there is a darker skinned Black person being aggressive towards you, right? Even if it's not true, because you said it, people will believe it and they will mistreat that person because of the words that you said. So, yes, sweetie, if you are in something with a darker skinned Black person who is aggressive to you, you cannot say that because the words that you say about us holds power. So, you might not want any harm to come our way, but when you say those things, harm comes our way, right? Like a white person will be in a disagreement with a Black person because I'm going to do white and Black because my community can hear that. They can hear white and Black, nothing else, right? So I would do white and Black. You're in a disagreement with the white person. The white person doesn't like how the disagreement is going. They call the police, right? And they just want the police to settle it so you both can go home. They don't expect for the cops to kill that Black person. Some do. I ain't gonna lie, right? But they're, just in this situation, this white person just wants the dispute to be handled and to go away because they've done it before and the police have handled it, but it's been with another white person and they've both been able to go home and go to sleep, right? So they want the situation settled. The cop comes, defends you, right? And you're like, oh, thank you, because I thought I was right. Then turns around, locks this person up, feels afraid about this person, shoots them in the back of the head. Now, you probably didn't expect for that to happen. Probably didn't want it to go that way, but that person is dead now. Because you, who have power and weight, your voice has that, your presence has that, said this about this person. So all I'm saying is lighter skinned Black people, especially within the Black community, have to be very careful about the words you use against your darker brethren because it holds weight. And even if you don't want harm to come our way, your words will give us harm if you're saying something negative about us. You may just want, you may just feel that in that moment. Great. You may feel that Nikki is being aggressive, right? But when you say it, when you put it out there in the atmosphere, when you say it to other people, people who already did not like me because of the deepness of my melanin and the lies that were said about us, that were stronger, that were angrier, that we are oversexed, people who are already looking for a reason to harm me will take the words that you as a lighter skinned black woman said about me and use it to harm me. So yes, if you think a black person, a darker skinned black person is being aggressive to you, take that up between you and the Lord. Don't put that out in the atmosphere, because you're going to cause your brethren, your darker skinned brethren, to receive some kind of harm from the words that you use against them. Hope that helps. Jazzy said black people are so quick to are so quick to call out racism, but when the same language is being pointed to the darker skinned people in the community, it can never be seen. I'm trying to get some people I haven't called on before. I see a lot of what you guys are saying, but like I feel like I'm calling on the same people. Let me bring up Prashekula. Did I call on you, Prashekula? Did I bring up your comment before? I don't feel like I did. Let's go. Poor Shekula said she was mad because Gizelle, Robyn, and Ashley brought it up on camera, knowing what would happen if they did. Yes. And I honestly think that, guys, even if you don't like Wendy, if that were you, you'd be pissed. You'd be pissed. And I guarantee you wouldn't handle it like Wendy. Gola said, Wendy's job is to argue with people on TV. She's not aggressive because she's better at it. Don't be mad at Wendy for hitting all her points. I gotta agree. Hey, Carmen. Carmen said, Ashley is a colorist. She finds privilege in her being biracial. That's the core of her issues with Candiace. Candiace grew up with all of the benefits that were supposed to have gone to her. I can actually see that. And I don't just think it's for Ashley. I think a lot of the ladies, when Ashley first came onto the show, had a problem with Candiace, because Candiace, and this is just facts, right? People who are born into wealth or who come from generational wealth will always have beef with people who either had to work to attain the same privileges that they have and be in those circles, or which is still work, right? Had to scam or hoe. It's still work. But those people, they will always have beef, right? Because that community will never fully accept you, because this is something that they were born into. This is something you had to fight to get into. So there will always be that layered beef, right? Even though you're in the same circles, the generational wealth is going to get treated a lot differently than the one that married into the wealth or scammed into the wealth. It's not going to be the same kind of experience. So when Candiace came into the show, all of the ladies, except for Monique, had an issue with that. And that, again, Monique had the same issue within the group, right? Because she was the wealthiest. And they had a problem with her, especially Gizelle, with her having multiple homes. Why are you mad that somebody can live in different places? They got the money to do it. Isn't this show about keeping up with the Joneses? So why are you mad about that? But when that said person who thinks that they're the leader of this show, or the top dog of the show, doesn't have what a first season day player has, you feel intimidated. You feel less than, and you don't want to feel less than on your show. So you're going to have an issue with somebody like that. You're going to have an issue with somebody who had this kind of lifestyle that you wish that you had, that you're able to experience it now, but you look at them and you compare yourself and you're just like, I had all of these struggles because of this. You were just given all of these things. Why are you bothered about that? Because the grass is never greener. You're always looking to a greener pasture, and it's your mind making you think that this person had a better experience. Because I don't think that any of these ladies would trade the relationship that Candiace has with her mom to have come from generational wealth, but they still mad at her about it. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's to be expected. It's to be expected. I've been on this side for forever. So I just cannot be gaslit. I cannot be gaslit. I can't, especially by the people who can see racism. You can see racism, but you can't see It's disfigured adopted daughter, which is colorism. Okay, girl. Okay. Some of y'all got to get off that plantation and get out the kitchen and walk to freedom. So Seth said Mia dragged her mama through the mud on this show, and trying to say her mama might relapse because of what Candiace said is total BS, period. Not buying it. I have to agree, Mia. I have to agree. Projecula said, now if Wendy got on camera saying she was so concerned about Gizelle's health because the same blog said that Gizelle had an STD, wouldn't Gizelle have a right to be mad? The same thing goes for Wendy. I get you. I get you. And I agree. I am Rachel said, I'm so happy Mia and Candiace were able to sit down and bury the hatchet, at least for now. Me too. I love seeing that, right? Because you need to see all layers. And I love the fact that we were able to see these women who were beefing just last episode, able to sit down, talk about how each other hurt the other, what they need from the other moving forward, and just be honest about it and apologize and move on in an adult way. Like, see, that's the thing. I could take y'all having beefs if y'all can move on. Like with Karen and Gizelle. Karen and Gizelle will beef for like 2 or 3 episodes, and then they will come back together and they will make up, and it will be like them having fun again, old times, comedy, just fun, enjoying them. You know, another beef is coming, but there is relief in the fact that you know that even if another beef is coming, these two will make up and move on, right? I don't know if it's because they know that we need that in this show, that we can't take these long beefs. That is what honestly has destroyed the Real Housewives of Atlanta. They let their beefs last for too long. Their beefs are lasting like 2 and 3 seasons. We're exhausted from that. We need to see some joy and have some fun at some point while watching this show. I feel like Gizelle and Karen get it. And I think other shows need to follow suit. George said it just doesn't seem fair that she's airing her mom's business with regards to addiction, but not her own. Yeah, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that until I believe one of you sent me a clip on YouTube about her talking about her addiction and what she did, Mia, and what she did to heal herself. So yeah, like how you gonna spread somebody else's tea and not your own on a show where you're supposed to spread your tea? Child, thank you, moderators. You guys are doing the Lord's work. Yes, thank you, Rashana. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll be on Twitter a lot, so I take a lot of things from there. Tracy said, Ashley is comfortable with her husband dragging men's butts, but picking at you looking fun is too far. Nope, keep your boot on her neck, child. Oh, wait. Jade had a comment. Hold on, Jade. I'm trying to get your comment. Oh, sorry, Jade. You said something that I wanted to pick up, but it just like it refreshed so quickly. Darn it. Nanya B said, so I say nothing. Let that person do whatever to me and whatever, because I'm lighter. I need a better explanation. No, you're being obtuse. I gotta be honest, you're being obtuse, because after everything that I've said, this is the conclusion you came with. You're being obtuse. You know exactly what I said, and I'm not going to explain any further. I love y'all, not letting y'all gaslight me. I'm not doing it. Anissa said, I'm so sick of folk acting like they don't. Yeah. Me too. Me too. T Love Palmer said, I think people are pure jealous of black light-skinned women like Gizelle and Robyn. Y'all are reaching. Now, I will agree with you that there are people who are absolutely jealous of lighter-skinned black women, and I don't think it's because they think they're better. I think it's because they just have an easier experience, especially within the black community, to be favored by the men of your community, especially if you want to be with a black man. Of course, right? That's going to happen. But I don't for 1 second believe that anybody in here, any dark-skinned person who is expressing their experiences is reaching. I think you saying that is very just a mean thing to say with somebody who, because when we're talking about colorism, when dark-skinned people are talking about colorism, we're telling you about our trauma. And to say that somebody expressing their trauma to you is reaching, it's just Sad. It's sad that you would think that. It really, really is sad that you would think that, because it's people in your community telling you, telling you about their trauma. Because I guarantee you, if a white woman said that to you about racism, you will lose it. So don't do that to your darker skinned brethren. Um, Samantha said, "Thank you, Nikki, for breaking down that way for the people in the back. Perfect explanation of colorism. Thank you so much." Thank you. Tracy said, similar word, hostile, belligerent, combative, violent. The synonym for aggressive is no better. Yes, like I'm not saying that if somebody is harming you, you can't speak about that. I'm saying just be careful about your words, because your words hold power. So, I mean, listen, if you want to get a darker skinned person hurt, then you know what to do. I'm telling you, just like the Black LGBT community, y'all better get it. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all better figure it out, because if dark skinned people get fed up and just stop doing the work, this community gonna be in a lot of problems. The same thing with the Black LGBT community, LGBTQ plus community. Y'all so lucky that we love y'all more than y'all love us. I'm telling the same thing that Black women say to Black men. Y'all so lucky that we still love you, because if we ever get tired and fed up, the community would be in trouble. And that same thing goes for colorism. That same thing goes for homophobia. Y'all so lucky we love y'all more than you love us. Y'all so lucky. Hey, Kendria. I got to get out of here. Because I got to take a break from this conversation, because I got to entertain for 90 Day Fiance. Kendria said, people don't want to understand colorism because they don't want to acknowledge their privilege. Absolutely. Because if you acknowledge the privilege, then that will be worked on and your privilege will be taken. That's why we're saying we're not letting you gaslight us, because we know that you're saying that you don't get it and you don't understand, because you don't want to lose that privilege, because it works out well for you, because you don't want to be on the equal playing field with darker skinned Black people. The same thing with white people who do not want to acknowledge racism. Now, are you afraid to be on the same playing field with darker skinned Black people because you feel like you can't compete? That's an internal thing. And I think you should work on that. But what you're not going to do is expect us to fight with you about, racism and, fighting for equality for our people, when you turn around and do the same thing to us that the white community does to our people as a whole. Like, no. That's why I don't want to be a Black separatist. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Put myself in a whole position where all of a sudden I still got white people in the community treating me a certain way because you whites will be the whites of the Black community. The devil is a liar. I'll deal with the racism here with the real whites. I'm not taking them partial whites mistreating me. Absolutely not. I don't want to be no place with Black people and just that. I love y'all, but no, absolutely. Y'all can talk that crap all you want to. Because I'm still going to deal with white people. Like, I'm still going to deal with the same stuff I dealt with when we were surrounded by white people. Now you just want me to be with you, and there's really going to be equality? Really? Absolutely not. Nope. I'll keep it diverse for now. I will keep it diverse for now. JG said, now the Candiace and Ashley is beyond evident. Sharice, Monique, and Ashley were very envious of her family money, born status. That can't be taken away. That can't be taken away by divorce. Very, very true. JL said, it's not my place nor my experience, but I can't help but feel that Gizelle is playing a dangerous game of benefiting from colorism. Let me tell you something. That demon that you put out always finds a way back to you. Karma is something else. And unfortunately, she won't see the colorism that she does, but she'll see the colorism done to her daughters. That's how it always happens. That's how it always happens. Like her husband absolutely got with her because she's a light-skinned Black woman, because he thought That his kids will look like her. There are so many black men who do it. Let's talk. There are so many black men who do it. And then them kids come out looking like them. Then them kids come out looking like them. They do it with women of other races as well. And the kids come out being a lot more blacker than you intended. Them kids come out and they have your hair texture. You didn't bank on that. They have your nose. They don't got mama's blue eyes. They got your deep, dark brown eyes. You can't play them genetics games with God. You can't play that with God. JS said, I sent the Cash App, but I forgot your phone was dead. Thank you for so eloquently giving voice to us more melanated and marginalized women. You're absolutely welcome. I'm just tired. I'm just going to speak on it. I'm tired of dealing with it. I'm tired because it just bothers me that my community can see racism but not colorism. How? But we know how. Thank you so much, JS, for the Cash App. Guys, so I'm probably not going to get a charger until like 5 p.m. today. So I will definitely acknowledge your super chats on my next live. If you guys are still here. I know this is a tough conversation. Hey, Abel. Abel says, so sad that you had to explain colorism in black and white. Yep. Black versus white, but baby steps. Maybe the next step is to explain it in black versus gray. Ciao. I hate the fact that I have to, in order to give understanding, I have to refer to black versus white as well. I hate that. Because I got to talk about a community that you value to get you to understand how you're devaluing me. Rufaro said, I sometimes think Gizelle resents Wendy. Candiace, even Monique, because of her prejudices. These are darker skinned women living the life society tells her she deserves. Absolutely. I think that's a part of it. I wouldn't expect her to admit something like that. Who would? It's ugly. It's an ugly thing to admit, but that does happen. It absolutely does happen. And it's not just within colorism. It's within weight. It's within class. Because let's be real, there's a lot of women who have, not lost men, but probably have been left by men who have went to a larger woman. And the shock that you felt, right? Because society deems bigger women as ugly, undesirable. And the shock you felt when you sit in a nice size 6 or 8 and your man left you for somebody a size 22, like you can't believe it. Or when a guy is with somebody that you want who is a larger woman. There's actually this couple on TikTok in the comments. Because the girl, she's a plus size woman, and the guy is, not only is he a thin guy, but he's attractive, right? So people expect him to be with somebody that the world thinks is attractive, because no matter how beautiful your face is, if you're a plus size woman, you're hideous. That is just how society is. And the comments under that, can't believe it, because women cannot believe that he has the audacity to love somebody who's bigger. Oh, Lord. Hey, Nikki A. Nikki A says, always good to catch a live with my beautiful brown skin sister. Who on earth would be jealous of Jizz and the other one? It happens though. We gotta be real. Thank you, Nikki A. And let me just give, I know it's not necessary, but I want to do this. Let me just give a shout out to the light skinned sisters in the chat who are fighting for their lives, fighting other light skinned people. How can you not see this, right? Thank you, right? Because it takes a lot to step outside of your privilege and fight for those who are on the end of that oppressive privilege that you receive. So thank you so much as well. You got to thank your allies. You got to thank your allies. Thank you, Nikki A. Hey, So-So Seth. So-So Seth said, Brie Martinez is a beautiful plus-size influencer and engaged to a cute ball player, and she gets hate. Crazy hate. Yes, because society has deemed her as hideous. Society has deemed her as hideous. Let's talk about Lizzo. Lizzo don't do nothing different than the other pop girls, right? But because she loves her body and she wears stuff that society thinks that she shouldn't wear, she gets a lot of hate. She wears the same thing that Doja Cat wears. But her body, Doja's body, is acceptable. Lizzo's isn't. So, hey, Drea, baby, awesome. Said, what is crazy? Black people don't see colorism in our community, but can spot it when it comes to the Asian community. Shaking my head, or other brown communities. Yeah, again, it's you don't want to acknowledge that privilege, right? And I think it's also the black community because of what we have went through 400 years of slavery, 50 plus years of Jim Crow. We don't want to acknowledge that that has done a number on our community. That white people still hold some power in our minds. We don't like we're still a slave to a lot of the systems that was beaten to our ancestors. We don't acknowledge that. And I think once we do, the freedom we will get, the freedom we will get. I'm speaking specifically about Black Americans. Um, yes, I talked about that. I talked about Pierce Brosnan and his wife, the hate he got for just like this is when they were dating. It was just like, oh my goodness, he's with it. And she was like a 12, a size 12, and they were calling her fat and ugly. She would not even come on the red carpet with him. She still won't come to on a red carpet with him to a lot of events because she feels like, you know, she's going to get attacked, but he loves her. So I'm happy for them. Yes. Shout out to the replay gang. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share the channel to your social media. Thank you so much, Tracy. Social Steph said, when I turned 35, I said I'm gonna wear whatever the hell I want and been enjoying my life. It ain't no shortage of men over here with my fluffy self. Yes, sis. Get it. Get it. That's right. I love it. Live your best life. Oh, I gotta talk about this before I get out of here. Greta said, "You see how Juan is begging Robyn to have a girl so she can have because I guarantee you, when he got with her, he thought that's what I'm telling you. He thought that's what his kids would look like. He thought that's why he wants a girl so bad because he thinks that that girl, come on, Greta, is going to get mama's eyes, mama's hair. I'm telling you." And it's the thing that bothers me about Black women, especially lighter skinned Black women, who fall into that or defend colorism, knowing good and well that it is our men who push that narrative. But when a white woman or a non-Black woman is chosen over you, then you can see the trauma that is white supremacy and what it has done to that Black man. But you can't see it when it favors you. Because if the women in the community got together and just, you know, like got together and attack colorism, we could kill colorism. The men follow. Let's be real. We're leading this. We're leading this ship. Okay. But if we really attack that, it wouldn't last. If we attack colorism and homophobia, there's no way. There's no way it would have any legs within this community. But we don't, because for some of us, we benefit from those things. Unfortunately. But yeah, I can't. Greta, I'm glad you brought that up because I felt the same way. I'm like, that's why he wants to have a girl with this woman so bad. He never said, let's have another boy. What man don't want a son? Why you want a daughter so bad? Because you think she's going to get the features that you thought your sons was going to get. Let's talk about it. I also want to say this, Robyn, no shade, but I cracked up. And I feel like if you're being told to do this, the producers are playing you. They are playing you on that show because when you made this comment, what if Juan showed up? What if he came? Where would he sleep? Amen. Amen. Shantavia said, I got here late, but y'all are taking me out with the who would be jealous. I see them too. I see them too. Breezy with the frown. Hey, sis, my daughter is super light skinned. I told her from preschool age, her light skin does not equal better and doesn't make her beautiful. I squashed that notion every time it came up. No colorism here. Amen. Let me tell you something. That's the only reason why I'm able to stand in my beauty and my stunningness and like not do it as like a protest, but really mean it. Like when I say that I'm stunning, I mean it. Like, I don't look in the mirror and see ugly, right? But I know that there are a lot of beautiful dark skinned women who do look in the mirror and see hideous because of, what happens to them inside the community and outside of the community. But I say that to say the reason why I stand in my stunningness is because of my mom. My mom checked that mess when I was a kid. Like, a family member called me chocolate chip, and I was like the only one that she gave a nickname to because all of the other not siblings, but all of the other, kids, cousins and nieces were light. I was the only, not the only dark kid, but the only dark girl. And out of everybody, I'm the darkest, right? So she called everybody by their names. But me, I was chocolate chip. And when my mom caught on to that, she said, no, her name is Nikki or Nicole. You can call her one or the other. You're not going to call my daughter chocolate chip. And she was like, no, I just called her chocolate chip because, she's a chocolate child. My mom said, no, you're not going to do it. Because she knew what it was, right? Even if you're calling me chocolate chip, she knows what she's doing, right? You're othering me by my skin tone, right? There's nothing slick about it, right? My mom saw it clear as day. She said, no, Nikki or Nicole, not chocolate chip. Because why aren't you calling that one shortbread cookie? Why is she chocolate chip, right? So my mom wasn't playing with that. But then there was another time that I can remember, but she was always like correcting and checking that, like, no way. Oh no, you're beautiful. Like, go out in the sun and get darker. Get beautiful up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she just was not playing a game. But there was a family member who I had a crush on Elijah Wood when I was a kid. I can't believe I just said that. It is what it is. And a family member said, "Oh, she just likes him because she wants to have light-skinned babies when she gets older." Guys, I was 8. I'm not even thinking about like having sex and creating children. But that's what you think, right? Because you think that because I'm dark, then I must hate how I look. And my mom said no, she just likes him because he's an actor and she goes to an acting camp and all of the kids like her. Why does my kid is not even thinking about having babies, even the complexion of their skin, like she's not. And like my mom got on that person. They were like, oh no, I was just joking. My mom was like, even if you're joking, let me correct you. You know what I mean? Like on it. And I think that just comes from our parents just being on it. That's how that stuff stops. Because it wasn't until I got older that I knew that I could recognize and see that there were other dark skinned women who did not think they were beautiful because they were dark. And I'm like, I don't know what that's like. But I have moments where people have said things and I've realized that I was too young at the time. But like when I got older, I realized they said that because I was dark. It didn't make sense at the time, but because of the environment that I was in, I was protected, right? Mama wasn't having it. But when I got older, it was like, oh, you said that because I was dark. Oh, you know what I mean? But I was so far past that. And I stand in my stunningness that it's like, you can't shake that now because the foundation was already laid for me as a kid to love who I am, no matter what is said. So that's where it starts. So you're doing a great job, Breezy. You're doing a great job by not tearing down your child, right? But letting them know that, those white supremacist oppressive systems will be used in their favor and to not take that. You know what I mean? I call that great job. Great job. Cam Delete, I want to get one more comment after this and then I want to hop out of here because I got to get into 90 Day Fiance. Cam Delete said, I grew up around white people when I was in high school, then in college. I was around my own people. Then they treated me different because I was dark skinned. I was like, damn, really? Yeah. It's like, can't win. Can't win in or outside of the community. Ciao. Like he was in every movie as a kid. That was like the kid heartthrob. Him and Brandon Adams. Like they were in every movie and those are my crushes. I used to jump back. Between Elijah Wood and Brandon Adams. Those are my crushes as a kid. He was so cute in all the movies. Radio Flyer. I forget that other movie he was in with Macaulay Culkin when Macaulay Culkin was like that demonic boy that barked at dogs. Remember that movie? I forget what it was called. But yeah, he was in that one. I don't know what happened when he got to Lord of the Rings. I don't know, but when he was a kid, I was into him. The bombshell blurred said, right, LOL. I had crushes on all the white boys. What our babies would look like never crossed my mind until Chris Evans. Every chat, he makes it into the chat. And that wasn't about skin tone. That was about manifestation. Work. Work. Yeah, like, how could you put that on a kid? How would you put that on a kid? Like, he's in all those movies. Like, how can I not have a crush on him? He was in everything. He was in everything. Everything. Yeah, he has great eyes. The good son. Yes, Trixie. The good son. I am Rachel said, my mom is biracial and was unconsciously colorist. She's a product of South Africa's apartheid. We had a conversation and she's come such a long way. I'm understanding how the system weaponizes our hues. Absolutely. And that's what I hope is happening here. I hope. I really, really do. Because, like, what's going to get accomplished if we're just fighting, right? I hope that there's listening and understanding. And I hope that those of the privileged community just takes the time to listen and not debate, because it's not a debate against you. But, to be quite honest with you, if you do acknowledge it and work against this oppressive system, you will lose your privilege. So that's what you have to deal with. And that's what you have to take on. Listen, and a lot of you may not want to. So you'll probably continue to gaslight darker skinned people. But if you are listening and learning and start to attack those systems, just be aware of that. And if you're okay with that, come on to the right side of history. It's fun over here. Anyway, family, I love y'all. Thank you all for joining me today. Seriously, it means a lot to me when you take time out of your day to spend here with me. Thank you for sitting through the tough conversations. I hope that there's more healing than not, right? That's the hope. That's the hope. Love y'all. And if you want to continue to support the channel, please continue to like my videos. Even if it's a dislike, it still helps me in the algorithm. Share, subscribe if you haven't. It's fun over here. I promise you. Shout out to the new people. It's fun over here. I promise you. Yeah. And I'll see you in 90 Day Fiance if you watch that show. If not, me and Carnisha say goodbye, and we'll see you soon for something else. Love y'all. Bye. Bye. Carnisha's a brown skin girl. She understands what's going on.